I don't know. I mean, as a mom, it's nothing you ever envision. It's nothing ever that you plan for or could plan for. But, when you're put in the situation and you have no choice, you just do it. At 7 days old, he had his first of 3 open heart surgeries to reconstruct, replumb the heart. At almost 6 months old, he had to have his second open heart surgery. At almost 2 years old, he had his third open heart surgery. Unfortunately, a year after that, he developed some issues with his valve on the right side of his heart. They did that around age 3. Is he going to get through yet this, and then this, and then this? And there was always something. Just before he turned 5, they decided to replace his valve, but the right side shut off and there was no flow. There were no more surgical options for him. His only option would be a heart transplant.
I would always explain it as like my heart hurts. That's how I would feel. It was like my chest was in pain and I was out of breath easily, like getting tired way easier than the other kids. And when second grade hit, I was, not even showing up every day. Things started really going super downhill.
The wait time got long, and he continued to sort of decline over time. It was getting to be almost 1 year since he was waiting on the list, and I honestly was losing hope. I just didn't think it was going to happen. And the woman on the other end of the line said, "Mrs. Schomaker, we think we have a heart for your son." And I was, taken aback by that. And she said, "Nothing's for sure, but get to the hospital." So I woke Tommy, he's like, "What are you doing waking me up right now?" And I said, "Tommy, they called. They think they have a heart for you." And he was like, "Yes."
What? Are you serious? Like, this is crazy.
I, got myself ready. Of course, I didn't want him to see my fear.
And I remember just getting in the car with my mom, probably being super freaked out and scared. Meanwhile, I asked my Aunt Linda to turn the music up on the way to the hospital so I could sing at the top of my lungs and just, do what any 8-year-old would want to do, especially one that's hoping to get their gift of being a normal, healthy 8-year-old.
It became super real that it was happening.
Audrey. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about and saying her name. Audrey was a beautiful 6-year-old girl from northern Minnesota who passed away unexpectedly. I got her heart beating inside of me, and she's my savior. She's my guardian angel. She saved my life.
His cardiologist came out to me and showed me a ultrasound picture of a 4-chambered heart, which he, had never had before. You're overwhelmed with gratitude, but you also have some, just guilt, and they've lost their child and you're about to, have a second chance at life for yours.
Yeah, those years were great. Getting my driver's license and being able to drive around and hang out with all my friends and just do what every, high school kid wants to do. About a month after I graduated and about a week after I did my orientation at Michigan State, I started getting these headaches. All of a sudden one night I was at the movie theater with my buddies and I had it go all the way down my spine. I was pretty devastated and I broke down. Why are you doing this to me? What's the point? I don't get it. This doesn't make sense.
His doctors, some of who've been with him his whole life were just, devastated that this was his reality. But if he could tolerate the treatment, if he got through all the treatment, it had a high cure rate. He was encouraged and ready to do whatever he had to do to get through that brutal treatment. Mott
means everything to me. If you were able to get all the statistics on it, I probably spent the most amount of time in my life at my own home. And then probably a surprisingly close second would be Mott. Just because of how caring and kind and compassionate those nurses at Mott were, it gave me such this strong drive and passion to like want to give it back.
It makes me want to cry almost, because I'm like, oh my gosh, he's here. He's doing this stuff, he's learning, and he's on the other side of the bed. It's like total full circle.
A lot of the time it doesn't make sense, and a lot of the times it's uncertain and it's scary and it's confusing. If I didn't get that heart and I didn't have all those experiences that led to that outcome in the hospital, I wouldn't be here. And without that cancer stint, I wouldn't have found my calling, which is nursing. Audrey, her family made an unbelievably hard decision in their darkest times. So I'm forever grateful and forever indebted to them.